Today I have the honor and the privilege to talk to you about manhood, a subject where every single man has a whole different opinion on what it is. But this is something that I've built my brand on. And I've seen a lot of toxic things on the internet about manhood, about what a man should be, about how a man should act. What I'm about to tell you applies to any generation, any civilization. I don't care if you was in ancient Egypt. I don't care if you was born yesterday. I don't care if you was walking the earth when Jesus was here. I don't care if you walking the earth now. The information that I'm about to tell you, the information that I'm about to give you will absolutely change your life. And it will help you understand how simple it is to be a man. If you are a cigar connoisseur, real quick, I'm smoking on Romeo and Juliet, okay? Romeo and Juliet is one of my favorite cigars. Manhood is defined by you. Manhood is defined by your unique path. You have the power to define what manhood is. I can't take that away from you. Everybody else is an expert, but I'm a human being on this path just like you. I'm trying to figure it out each and every single day. And the number one quality of a man is a man that can figure it out. You heard what I just said? When a problem arises, he can figure it out. When his life is not in order, he can figure it out. He can figure out how to put it back in order. When people are doing him wrong, he can figure it out. When he's temporarily broke, he can figure out how to become rich. When he's lost his way with God, he can figure out how to get back to God. When he forgot his potential, he can figure out how to lean back into knowing that he's him and go out there and do what's necessary to be the best version of himself. Being a man is not about perfection. Being a man is all about progression, right? Being a man is about making progress and being a man is about figuring it out. Life is going to put all of us in different types of situations. And no matter what situation you're in, you have to do something that I have to do. I have to do something that you have to do, that Johnny down the road has to do, that a brother in Korea has to do, a brother in Asia has to do, a brother in Jamaica has to do. Shout out my Jamaicans. You know I'm Jamaican, Rastafari. A brother in America has to do. A brother in Mexico has to do. I'm in Mexico right now. That's where I live, right? A brother in Canada has to do. We all, no matter where you at, a brother in Trinidad and Tobago, a brother in South Africa, a brother in Thailand. What we all have to do as brothers is figure it out. Nobody can give us the answer. Nobody can give us the blueprint. That's our responsibility. We have to figure out what's best in our life. We have to figure out the path that works best for our life. We have to figure out the people that we need to be around. We have to figure out the opportunities that we want to put our energy into. That's for us to figure out. And most importantly, we have to figure out our God-given purpose. We have to figure out our God-given purpose. That's the main thing that you got to figure out, because once you figure that out, my brother, everything else starts to align. And that's the secret of manhood that a lot of people aren't going to tell you about, because they're going to tell you that manhood means that you dress a certain way, you act a certain way, you speak a certain way. And some of these things are true. But at the end of the day, we all have our own authentic nature to us. I'm not going to tell you how to act. I'm not going to tell you what to believe. I'm not going to tell you what you need to think. But what I am going to tell you are fundamental truths that you have to figure out on earth, which are, number one, figuring it out as you go. That's a non-negotiable. Figuring out what works for you, figuring out what opportunities are for you, figuring out what people you need to be around, figuring out what you need to do today to make a better tomorrow. And then secondly, figuring out your purpose. Manhood is all about figuring it out. I'm not gonna hop on this camera and act like I got all the answers when I'm still a human being on my path figuring it out. I may have it more figured out than somebody else, but that don't make me better than nobody else. That don't make me more of a man. That just means that I'm at a different phase in my experience of life. I'm at a different phase of my journey. But what I'm gonna tell you that you should never forget is that life is a journey, and in life you have to figure it out, because nobody's gonna figure it out for you, and barely anybody will figure it out with you. Life ain't easy, bro. It's a lot of suffering in life. You understand what I'm saying? Life comes with a lot of suffering. Life comes with a lot of heartbreak. Life comes with a lot of ups, and it comes with a lot of downs. And your responsibility is to figure out how to keep on moving forward, even when it looks like there's no way out. All you got to do as a man is figure out how to wake up the next day and pass that day. Make each day the best that it can possibly be. Anybody that says they got all the answers, they lying. They trying to figure it out just like you trying to figure it out, just like I'm trying to figure it out. All that matters is, did you figure it out? Right? You lost your job, okay. You gonna figure it out? Your relationship didn't work out, okay. You gonna figure that out? How you gonna pick the pieces back up and keep moving? That's all you gotta figure out. And you know what makes it easier to figure things out when difficulties arise? Knowing your God-given purpose. That's why the channel was called For Purpose-Driven Men, because once you know your purpose, a lot of things gets figured out on its own, and you're able to give some of the responsibility to God. I'm not figuring it out alone. This is the secret that I learned in life. I'm figuring it out with God. God is helping me figure it out. God is my foundation. I'm figuring it out with the Creator. There's no need for me to figure it out alone. When God is the blueprint, all I got to do is follow the blueprint. So building a relationship with God is something that I fundamentally believe that all men should do. I'm not going to tell you what to believe, but you need to believe in something greater than yourself. And you need to have a blueprint. If you don't have a relationship with God, it's going to be harder for you to figure things out because you're figuring it out alone. And you're not able to put some of the burden on the Lord. You're not able to put some of the burden on the Creator. I'm putting a lot of burden on the Creator. That's why I move around light. I move around free. I don't feel burdened by life because I've surrendered and I've given a lot of that to God, and God is going to help me figure it out, and He does. The key to being a man is finding ways to figure out how to navigate the situations that life will put you through. The key word is life will put you through, because life will put you through difficulty. Life will put you through pain. Life will put you through ups and downs, all for you to grow, all for you to learn, all for you to evolve. Because like I told you, this life is a journey, but it's a journey for what? What's the purpose of life? So we can grow, so we can gain wisdom, right? Scripture says that wisdom is greater than anything that you can possess, because with that wisdom, you can figure out how to possess. You get what I'm saying? You can figure out how to be successful, how to have proper stewardship, how to keep the blessings that God gives you because you have wisdom. There's a lot of successful people, they don't have wisdom, so they might become successful in the worldly eyes, right? They might become successful, but then they lose success. They lose their millions. You got people who are millionaires, billionaires, and they're losing their money because they don't have wisdom. So in my humble opinion, it's important for a man to learn wisdom, to learn how to be wise. And wisdom is application of knowledge, the right knowledge. Wisdom is not you knowing how to be a straight A student. I was never a straight A student, but I was always wise. And that allowed me to have opportunities in life to be successful. You got to go after wisdom. You got to ask God for wisdom. Best thing you could do as a man is learn how to be a vessel for God to move through you, for God to give you wisdom, and for God to give you the blueprint on how to navigate life. That's the best thing you can do. And the best way to do that is by surrendering, is by letting go of the pain, letting go of the burdens, letting go of thinking about the past, and being more in the present moment and asking yourself, how can you capitalize and utilize the present moment to build yourself a beautiful future, right? If you're a man and you're living in the past, or you're thinking about your past mistakes, that's a burden. You got to let go of those burdens. You got to be in the present moment, and you have to utilize the present moment so you can build a beautiful future. So to me, the best type of man is the man that's able to be present and figure out what the moment needs. It's all about figuring it out, and you can't figure it out if you're not in the present moment. You can't figure it out if you're not in the present moment, because you're not going to understand what the moment needs. Sometimes the moment might need you to focus on yourself. Sometimes the moment might need you to read a book, get a deeper understanding of knowledge, get a deeper understanding of wisdom. You can check out my book on Amazon, The Purposeful Man Playbook. It has helped thousands of lives, right? It has helped thousands of lives. That'll be the first link below, actually. The Purposeful Man Playbook on Amazon. Go pick that book up. I wrote that book for a reason. I created that book for a reason. It's a simple blueprint. It's only 100 pages, and it's less than $20 for you to be the best man that you can possibly be. And all the things that we're talking about today is in that book and more, right? Purpose. Purpose is everything. Purpose. Be a purposeful man. In order to be a purposeful man, you have to be a man that figures things out. Knowing what your purpose is at the root of your heart. It's at the core of your spirit. Your purpose is the core of who you are. So in order to know your purpose, you have to be a man that can figure out what your purpose is. It all goes back to figuring things out. You know why my wife loves me? It's because I figure it out. This is how we become dependable as men. People are able to depend on us because we can figure it out. We can figure it out. If you can learn the skill of figuring it out, you will be the most valuable man that you can possibly be. The men that aren't successful are the ones that can't figure out how to be successful. The men that can't get the woman of their dreams is the man that can't figure out the nature of women and what they really need from a masculine man in order for her to feel comfortable, safe, and trust you, and for her to be in her feminine energy, and for you to be in your masculine energy, and for you guys to also learn from each other. The sun can learn from the moon can learn from the sun, the yin, the yang. The sun is masculine, the moon is more feminine. You understand? Women get their periods with the moon. They're connected to the moon. You understand what I'm saying? Light, dark, man, woman, we need each other. Everything in this world is upside down and is out of balance on purpose, right? So we can't what? So we can't figure out how to come together, how to have families, how to have unity. The powers that be is always trying to stop humanity from figuring things out. Because once you figure things out, then you're able to navigate life with ease. Things come easier. It ain't gonna be perfect, but things come easier because once you figure things out, you're gonna be able to have a level of understanding that other men don't have. I understand how to navigate tough times. I understand how to navigate a broken economy. I understand how to navigate difficult moments. I understand how to navigate difficult situations. I understand how to navigate disrespect. It's all about figuring out how to navigate. Right now, I'm looking at the ocean, right? That's my view right now, bro. I'm looking at ships navigate. They're literally navigating right now as I speak, navigating the ocean, navigating the waters. That's what manhood is. Can you navigate your way through life? Can you navigate your way through situations? And can you make it out on the other side victorious? You may not win every battle, but you will win the war as long as you keep your eyes focused on, let me figure this out. You can make $100,000 a year. I made over $100,000 my first year out of college, and I didn't even use my degree in corporate. I just used my wisdom, my mind to create something, to create a foundation that can help others. I created a foundation of purpose so I can be able to do my God-given purpose. You understand what I'm saying? Once you are on your purpose, what happens as a man is that you start to become successful. You start to get the relationship. You start to be able to create beautiful friendships, because people are going to want to hang around a man that looks like he has his life in order. Not just looks like, but he actually does have his life in order to some degree, because he's figuring it out. No matter what life puts him through, he's figuring it out. That's the type of man I am. Call me Mr. Figure It Out. That's the definition of manhood. That's what it means to be a man. If you can't navigate life, if you can't figure life out, then life is going to push you around. Life is going to carry you wherever it wants to carry you. But you got to grab life by the balls as a man, bro. Real talk. You got to grab life, and you have to tell life what you want out of it. And you have to work with life, right? Some people saying, I'm just going to let God do it, right? But you still have to navigate life with God, right? You have to co-create your life with God. You are a creator of the life that you live, bro. That means if you think positively, you'll be able to be aware of all the positive blessings that are happening in your life. A lot of men aren't the best men that they can be because they don't have a sense of gratitude and appreciation for what's going right, because they're always focused on what's going wrong. They're always focused on the past. They're focused on what people think. All of these things stop you from figuring out what you need to do in the present moment. You see what I'm saying? Eliminate everything that's stopping you from figuring out what you need to do with your life. Eliminate everything that's not helpful when it comes to you figuring out the type of man that you need to be to live the life that you want to live. Eliminate it. It doesn't hold any value. Eliminate it. Eliminate caring about what people think. Eliminate it, because it doesn't help you figure out what you need to do for your life. Uplift the things in your life that helps you to figure out what you need to do in life. That is how to be a man. You got to just figure things out. When a problem arises, you're the problem solver. That's what men are for. We solve problems. Difficulty is always going to arise because you are the hero of your story. And if you watch any superhero movie, there's going to be points where they're down, but they have to figure out how to find the power within, which is the power that God gives you as a man, to go out there and win the war, to go out there and win life, to go out there and figure things out, to go out there and be successful. So I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I think manhood is simple, and I think we overcomplicate it because we get caught up in the semantics. We get caught up in the aesthetics of what a man needs to be, what a man needs to look like. There's different traits and different habits that I think are beneficial to men. Working out, eating healthy, treating people with respect, treating people the way that we want to be treated, the golden rule. But a lot of these things are for anybody. So what really makes a man unique? What really makes a man special? People are able to depend on you as a leader to figure out life, to figure out how to navigate trials and tribulations. And if you can do that, you won't only live an amazing life, you won't only be an amazing man, but you'll be a gift on this earth to anybody that meets you. Because whenever they have a problem and they ask for your counsel, because you've been focused on building your relationship with God, which is the foundation, because you've been, doing what the moment requires and navigating life every single day and figuring out each day, you'll be able to gain so much wisdom that you'll be able to be a blessing for anybody that meets you. You'll be able to help them navigate the problems that they have. You could be dependable. People could lean on you, and people can trust you. People can respect you. People respect a man that is able to figure things out. A lot of times we just want respect because we're men. I think respect comes through being able to navigate difficult situations and doing it without complaining, doing it with grace, doing it with love, integrity, doing it without belittling anyone, being able to be a man that lifts up other men, lifts up women, encourages people. People respect that. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure that you go get the Purposeful Man Playbook. Tap into the Patreon for exclusive videos. And I appreciate you for existing, man. I appreciate you for being on this earth. Start appreciating yourself. Start loving yourself. Start appreciating the fact that you were able to figure out every single difficult moment before today. You were able to figure out each day before today. Think about what you'll be able to figure out when it comes to the goals that you have, when it comes to the life that you want to live. Now that you're aware that that's the number one skill that you need as a man. Now that you know that figuring it out is the number one skill that you need. It's only up from here for you. I love you. Shalom.